Hello everyone and welcome to a new Whimsy Fall Guys video, and in today's video I asked my Discord server to send their main Fall Guys skins, and so me and MPG can rate them. And so we're gonna be doing three stuff to rate the skins, which is personal rating, which is obviously our personal opinions on the skins. Then we have smoothness, which is how smooth and well put all of the stuff that skin contains will look like together. And now lastly we have originality, which is how original they are compared to another skins. And yeah, without any further whimsical delays, let's get over with this whimsical video. Also, another thing I want to say is that you should definitely get my channel for more events like this. Another thing I wanted to say is that we are going to be counting both of our points from each ranking of the person. Like MPG said about Barrett 2000, I don't know, something like 26 out of 30, and I said something like 20 out of 30. So we'll be counting and adding up our both of our points to get a max ranking, and once we do that, we will also get a top 5 of the highest scores, and there will be also be a winner which has the most and the highest score. Wait, another thing I want to say, this video took me so freaking long to edit, so I hope you all actually enjoyed it, because this video was actually so tired of editing. And yeah, let's get over with this whimsical video. Okay, so first up we have
I'll shut up.
Okay. So we have Perfect Fall Guy, which is a cat skin.
So personal rating, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. As of smoothness, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. And as originality, it's a 9 out of 10 because I've seen some other people wearing the skin. I don't know if he was the first one to create this trend or tree of skins, but yeah, what am I even yapping about? So overall rating, it is 25 out of 30.
Okay, so my personal rating is 7 out of 10. I mean, it looks good. It definitely demonstrates how a cat will look in Fall Guys. It needs kind of shoes and it feels empty. But smoothness, 6 out of 10, because I don't know, it just doesn't look that smooth for me. Like, it looks something you will find in a casual lobby, you know, something like that. But it's still pretty original. Well, originality, I'd say 5 out of 10, because I've seen plenty of people wearing this. I don't know if he was the first one to wear it though, but yeah, it's a 5 out of 10. And overall rating, it's 18 out of 30.
18, that's crazy.
Bro, here the shade.
John.
Bro,
Something
John.
like that. It's John.
Yeah, John, bro.
So I really like this combo. Just like I said earlier, I don't like seeing naked feet. It bothers me. I don't know.
Yeah, same. So yeah, I'd say personal rating, this is an 8 out of 10. It lost 2 points because there's nothing in the bottom. That's what pisses me off, but the rest is good. Like, yeah, from the middle, it's good. So that's why it's an 8 out of 10. Now, how smooth it is, I'd say 7 out of 10. And originality, that's definitely a 10 out of 10. It's so original.
Personal rating, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because it's a really cool combo. Like, nah, scrap that. Make it a 9. As of smoothness, I'm gonna give it a 7 because that bottom messes with my mind. I can't, it pisses me off. And originality, just 10 out of 10 because I've never seen anybody else except from John wearing that hat in my entire life.
Yeah, same.
So
it's overall it's 25 out of 30. So yeah.
So overall rating for me is 26 out of 30.
Alright, let's look at this combo.
Yeah, I really like this. So I like when people take 2 skins and from different themes and stuff and combine them, and it makes something beautiful most of the times.
Yeah, that's
except
true.
if it's some crappy Fame Pass skin, you know.
Yeah.
So personal rating, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. As of smoothness, probably a 6 out of 10. And originality, a 7. Overall rating for me is wait, my math right now. So 8 plus 6, we got 14, and then we got 6 and 1, we got 21 out of 30.
So my rating in this is good. So my personal rating is 7 out of 10. Smoothness, 6 out of 10. originality 7 out of 10, and overall rating is 20 out of 30. So yeah,
Alright, so next up we have Fox in charge.
Okay,
So, okay, some people just sent renders instead of screenshots, but I guess that still counts. Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. I don't know what you were thinking when you made this combo. Like, I see the vision here, but it doesn't really fit that well. The lower of the Golden Witch with the fox, I don't really know how. I mean, it does look cool, but it's weird. But in terms of originality, it wins because nobody else would wear that.
no, actually no, it's
no.
not that original. You know why? Because it's, from my point of view, this is almost the same as Old Fastest game, because he wears a button which is anything, but then there's Golden Witch lower. And Fox literally did the same, only that the only thing that changes it's the Fox, but he wears a Golden Witch lower, and yeah, so I don't think it's pretty much original. And also I say this because Full Plastic has been here for longer, so
Personal rating, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. As of smoothness, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. And originality, a 7 out of 10. So overall rating, it is 18 out of 30.
so okay, bro, that the rate I gave this is crazy, but sorry, Fox in charge. But personal rating 6 out of 10, smoothness 4 out of 10, originality 5 out of 10, and the overall rating is 15 out of 30, bro.
Now, Wims, you're evil.
Bro, I know, right? I'm so evil.
Yeah, but bro, I swear to God, I have never seen this skin in my entire life. I don't know where this is from. If it's from a Fame Pass, Season Pass, like Legacy Season.
No, I think it's
or
from
I
the
don't know,
item shop, but
I've never seen this in my entire life. The pattern which adds like some kind of trousers or pants on his lower, and then he wears the frog shoes. I legit thought that this was part of the skin. Like
Same.
it blended so well. I thought it was part of the skin. So personal rating, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. As of smoothness, and 9 out of 10 again. And originality, 10 out of 10. I've never seen anybody else wear anything similar to this. Overall rating is a 28 out of 30. Bro almost got a perfect score.
personal rating 9 out of 10, smoothness 7 out of 10, and originality 10 out of 10. So my overall rating is 26 out of 30. One of the highest scores. Party vlogs.
Oh yeah. Next up we have party blocks. So personal rating, he's gonna get a 6 out of 10. As of smoothness, a 4 out of 10. And originality, I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10. Overall rating, he's gonna get an 18 out of 30.
Okay, so my personal rating, it's a 5 out of 10, smoothness 4 out of 10, originality 7 out of 10, and my overall rating is 16 out of 30, which is crazy ranking. We have baffling. Okay, this might be one of my favorites, not gonna lie.
So personal rating, I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10. Smoothness, I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10. And originality, he's gonna get a 6 out of 10. Overall rating, 20 out of 30.
So personal rating 8 out of 10, smoothness 7 out of 10, and originality 6 out of 10, which is 21 out of 30.
Next up we have Falcon's World. Personal rating, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Smoothness, an 8 out of 10. And originality, yo, that has to be a 10. That has to be a 10. So overall rating is a 27 out of 30.
So, okay, my personal rating is 8 out of 10, smoothness 7 out of 10, originality 9 out of 10. So it is 24 out of 30.
Alright, so next up we have Penguinite.
Oh yeah, this is definitely my favorite, bro. This is definitely my favorite.
It's the same with every single other sweater skin. Like, you know, black pattern with a secondary color like purple or a different color, but mainly black. Then black face with differently colored eyes, dazzling down short shoes, and something goes for the upper or no upper at all. It's the same thing everywhere.
Yeah, now they're talking about, yeah.
So personal rating, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Smoothness an 8 out of 10. And originality a 3 out of 10. So overall rating, it is 18 out of 30.
That's crazy working. Nah, bro, this might be glazed, but my personal rating 9 out of 10. Smoothness 9 out of 10. And originality 7 out of 10. So it is
Bro, how is
25.
originality 7 out of 10, bro?
Bro, I don't know, bro.
Activate your mind, bro. How is this 7 out of 10 original?
Bro, 25 out of 30, bro.
Think about it. Think about it.
I know, bro,
No,
but I just like it. Like, yeah, you know.
Bro,
Like, I mean, yeah,
Even
it's
though you like
almost like sweaty cosmetic, but
the you like it part is on the personal rating. The originality is a different thing. You have to go against your opinion in the originality part.
the only thing I think is original is the penguin thingy, because I haven't seen many people in competitive wearing the penguin thingy. So that's why I'd say it's kind of original. You know,
No.
yeah.
Crazy.
So we have boom games. Okay. So yeah, this is just a full skin.
So personal rating, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. So smoothness, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10, and originality an 8 out of 10. So overall rating a 19 out of 30.
Okay, so my personal rating 7 out of 10, smoothness 5 out of 10, and originality 10 out of 10 because it's yeah, Fall Guys one. So it's 22 out of 30. So we have Bean Sonic.
I think
Headshot.
it fits with. I think it fits with the name. It's literally the Sonic skin. Personal rating, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Smoothness, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. And originality, like a 7 out of 10. So overall rating, it's gonna get a 22 out of 30.
Okay, so my personal rating 7 out of 10, smoothness 7 out of 10, and originality 6 out of 10, which is 20 out of 30.
Alright, so we got VLC Media Player here. So we can play videos from here. Personal rating, I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Smoothness an 8 out of 10. And originality, so I guess 6 out of 10. So overall rating, it is 21 out of 30.
My personal rating is 7 out of 10, smoothness 9 out of 10, and originality 5 out of 10 because many people use that cone. So it's 21 out of 30. Alright, now we have Eric FG.
It looks like every other sweaty combo, just with a different color. Like, you know, something from the top, on the top, like the VLC Media Player, Cat Eyes, the Penguin one, like, you know, stuff like these. Of course, the Dazzling Dan Sharp on the bottom, you can't miss some of those. And then any pattern. Personal rating is gonna get a 7 out of 10. As of smoothness, it's gonna get an 8, and originality is gonna get a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, personal rating 7 out of 10, smoothness 8 out of 10, and originality 6 out of 10, I think.
So overall rating, it is 20 out of 30.
Mine is 21 out of 30.
Alright, so next up we have Spidey, and
Okay, bro, this is definitely not original. Like, let's be honest, it's just a plain red bean.
right, it's OG centric, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, he does. Okay, I'll give him some point because he does wear the face from the crown rank. Personal rating, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Smoothness 9 out of 10, and originality 4 out of 10. Yeah.
Okay, so my
So
personal
overall-
rating is 7 out of 10. Smoothness, that's definitely a 9 out of 10. And originality, I'd say 5 out of 10. My overall rating for this is 21 out of 30.
So for me, overall rating is 21 out of 30.
Whimsy's Glazer, that's a crazy name. Also, this render is sick. Yeah.
Personal rating from me is gonna get a 9 out of 10 because I really like clock skins. So smoothness is gonna get an 8 out of 10, and originality a 3 out of 10. So overall rating from me, it's gonna get a 20 out of 30.
Personal rating 9 out of 10. Smoothness 8 out of 10. And yeah, originality 6 out of 10. So it's 23 out of 30. Okay, now Nish Fish Ma.
Personal rating, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Smoothness, a 5 out of 10. And originality, like a 6 out of 10.
My personal rating 7 out of 10. Smoothness 4 out of 10. Originality 6 out of 10.
For real. So overall rating from me, it is a 17 out of 30.
Bro, nah, my ranking is actually the same, 17 out of 30. That's crazy work. So, what's
So
next?
next up we have Nika, and oh my
Nika.
god.
Bro.
Nah. Okay, so I think we don't need to talk about this.
Yeah.
Just like every single other sweaty combo. So personal rating, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Smoothness, an 8 out of 10. And originality, 1 out of 10.
My personal rating 7 out of 10. Smoothness 8 out of 10. And originality 3 out of 10.
So overall rating from me, it is 16 out of 30.
My overall rating is 19 out of 30.
Next up we have Cheeseman, alright. So personal rating, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Smoothness, 7 out of 10. And originality, a 10 out of 10. Because yeah.
Okay, so my personal rating is 8 out of 10. Smoothness 7 out of 10. And originality 9 out of 10.
So my overall rating, it is 25 out of 30.
So my personal rating is 24 out of 30. Now we have Marty. Okay, bro. Okay, we gotta
Marty.
talk about this, bro.
So personal rating, I really like this. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Smoothness,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. And originality, 4 out of 10.
So my personal rating is 7 out of 10. Smoothness 6 out of 10. And originality 4 out of 10.
So my overall rating is 20 out of 30.
So my overall rating is 17 out of 30. We have Mr. Carbon.
Personal rating, it's gonna get a 6 out of 10. Smoothness, 7 out of 10. And originality, 5 out of 10. 6
My
out of 10, 6
personal
out of 10.
rating 6 out of 10. Smoothness 4 out of 10. And originality 5 out of 10.
So my overall rating is 19 out of 30.
My overall rating is 15 out of 30.
Okay, bro really graduated from being university. How
Custom.
does that look? How does that ever look like Thomas the Train?
I don't know, because like it like, you know,
He has a graduation hat. How does that look like Thomas the Train?
I know, right?
He's wearing the Nutcracker lower. Personal rating, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Smoothness, I'm gonna give it also a 5 out of 10. And originality, probably like an 8 out of 10.
Okay, my personal rating is
So-
6 out of 10. Smoothness 7 out of 10. And originality 8 out of 10.
So my overall rating is 18 out of 30.
My overall rating is 21 out of 30. Now, Cheesy Fall. Okay,
Cheesy. Okay, this looks pretty generic.
nah, bro, the amount of footage I gotta, bro, nah, 50 minutes, and we've probably just ranked like 19 customs, bro. We still have like 30, bro. That's crazy work.
We only have like 10 left.
10 left. Okay, so my personal rating is 7 out of 10. Smoothness, I give it a 6 out of 10. And originality, yeah, this is definitely what everyone would wear once they get Golden Knight, so it's 5 out of 10.
So personal rating, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. As of smoothness, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. And originality, a 4 out of 10.
So my overall rating is 18 out of 30.
My overall rating is 15 out of 30.
So now we have Water Tasser.
Personal rating, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. It looks really cool with a pattern. Smoothness, gonna get an 8 out of 10. And originality, like 3 out of 10.
So my personal rating is 9 out of 10, Smoothness 9 out of 10, and originality 6 out of 10. So it's my overall 24 out of 30.
Yeah, so my overall rating is 20 out of 30.
Alright, now we have Fall Guys ice cream, which is literally just the Fall Guys ice cream. So okay, my personal rating 7 out of 10, Smoothness, this is a 6 out of 10, originality 5 out of 10 because a lot of people wear ice creams.
Right, so my personal rating is 6 out of 10. As of smoothness, I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. And originality, it's getting a 5 out of 10. So my overall rating is 16 out of 30.
My overall rating is 18 out of 30. Now we have Driftball. Okay, this is so spooky, bro.
This
What
is
in the
cursed.
flipping heck is this, bro?
It's cursed.
This is cursed, bro. This is definitely so cursed.
So personal rating, I'm gonna give it 7 out of 10. Smoothness, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 also. And originality, like a 9 out of 10.
Okay, so my personal rating 9 out of 10, smoothness 9 out of 10, and originality 8 out of 10.
So my overall rating, 23 out of 30.
So my overall rating is 26 out of 30. Okay, so we
So
have
next up,
Brian F and C. Okay, personal rating 8 out of 10, smoothness, yeah, that's definitely a 7 out of 10, and originality, that's definitely a 9 out of 10.
personal rating, 6 out of 10. Smoothness, 6. And originality, it has to get a 9, bro. Nobody else is gonna wear that thing.
For real, bro. Overall rating is 24 out of 30. It's
Overall
about
rating is 21 out of 30. Yeah.
production, which is crazy
Production.
work.
Nah, you know what this reminds me of? You know what this reminds me of?
Whoa.
Send you
That's crazy work. Bro, how do you even get those shoes? Like, what are those? Those shoes are crazy.
What are those? Personal rating, I'm gonna give it like a 5 out of 10. Smoothness, like 6 out of 10. And originality, 6 out of 10. So overall, it is 17 out of 30.
Okay, so my personal rating is 7 out of 10, smoothness 6 out of 10, and originality 8 out of 10, which is 21 out of 30. Crazy.
What are those?
Bro, what are those? Okay, we have Yusuf. Okay, so
YMCFG Educational Channel. So, personal rating, I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. Smoothness, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. And originality, well, that has to be a 9. It has to be a 9.
okay, so my personal rating is 7 out of 10, smoothness 7 out of 10, original 9 out of 10.
So, overall rating for me, it is 25 out of 30.
Okay, so overall rating for me is 23 out of 30. Okay, now we have Ethan.
So, personal rating from me is gonna get a 6 out of 10. Smoothness is gonna get a 5 out of 10. And originality is gonna get a 4 out of 10.
Personal rating 7 out of 10, smoothness 6 out of 10, originality 6 out of 10. So my overall rating is 19 out of 30.
So, my overall rating is 15 out of 30.
Okay, so now we have Esario. My personal rating 6 out of 10, smoothness 7 out of 10, and originality 2 out of 10, which will be overall rating 15 out of 30.
Personal rating from me is 6 out of 10. Smoothness, it's a 5 out of 10. And originality, a 1 out of 10. So my overall rating is 12 out of 30.
That's crazy, that's the lowest one. Okay, now we have Lunce. Okay, bro. My personal rating is 4 out of 10, smoothness 3 out of 10, and originality 8 out of 10.
Personal rating is gonna get like a 3 out of 10. Smoothness, like a 2 out of 10. And originality, probably an 8 out of 10.
My overall rating
Or like,
is
no,
15.
change that, a 7, a 7, 7. So my overall rating, 12 again.
Now we have Innocent Thrush.
So personal rating, I'm gonna give it 9 out of 10. Smoothness, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. And originality, 7 out of 10.
Personal opinion, 8 out of 10. Smoothness, 7 out of 10. Originality, 7 out of 10. And my overall is 22 out of 30.
Yeah, my overall is also 22 out of 30. Next up, we have a newbie. And, okay,
So, my overall rating is 6 out of 10. Smoothness, I'd say 7 out of 10. Originality, 8 out of 10. So that'll be 21 out of 30.
personal rating, 5 out of 10. Smoothness, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. And originality, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
So overall rating, 20 out of 30.
We have Looney. Oh, yeah, Looney, I think.
So my personal rating, 6 out of 10.
Okay, so
Smoothness, 5 out of 10. And originality, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10.
okay, so my personal rating is 6 out of 10. Smoothness, 3 out of 10. Originality, 7 out of 10. So my overall is 16 out of 30.
overall rating is 17 out of 30. The final one is Birdie Birdie. Personal rating 8 out of 10. Smoothness, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, and originality, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay, so my personal
So-
rating is 7 out of 10, smoothness 6 out of 10, and originality 7 out of 10.
So my overall rating 24 out of 30.
My overall rating for Birdie Birdie is 20 out of 30. Now for the final rankings, we've got the top 5 with the highest score. This being in the 5th place with a total of 48 points, we've gotten Yusuf FG. Now in the top 4 with a total of 49 points, we've gotten Gisman. And for the top 3 with a total of 50 points, we've gotten Falkensworth. And the top 2, these being 51 points, we've gotten John, or the shape for an article. And in the number 1, being the highest score with a total of 54 points, we've gotten the one and only, the very unexpected one, Java FG. And now, these are all of the rankings of the other people we didn't mention. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you all actually enjoyed this video as much as I did, because this actually took a really long time to edit. And yeah, if you want to be in more videos like this or just some events, then make sure to join my Discord server, which is in my bio and on the description. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and see y'all on the next one.